poem, A Teacher for All Season. A Teacher for All Season. Before we proceed to the poem, let us have an understanding of the season that exists in India. Normally, when you are speaking from European context, they mainly have 4 seasons, and each season to some extent is divided into 3 months. But in Indian context, you will find that the whole season or the climatic condition of India has been, or the seasons in India has been divided into 6, and each has got 2 months duration. Spring, which is in the month March and April, and it is known as Vasant Ritu. Vasant Ritu, during this time, the climate is neither hot nor too cold, and it is very good for people to move around. And people enjoy this season, and people have to enjoy all the season, of course. Summer, Grishma, we say Grishma Ritu, May and June. Oh, it's a very wonderful season. Why? You have got holiday in May, and at present due to Corona, you have got another month of holiday. And I don't know how many months it will extend. Monsoon, which is rainy, you can put it as rainy season, that comes in the month of July and August. Autumn, after rain, this is a period where we go for competitions and all. September and October. Sharad Ritu, pre-winter season, it is known as Hemant Ritu, November and December. Then it comes winter, that is Shishira Ritu, that extends from the month of January and February. Yeah. Now let us read the poem. A teacher is like season, like spring. Now here the poet is trying to equate the qualities of a teacher to that of season. That means season 2 has got some quality. Teacher 2 has got the quality, or season 2 has got the quality like the teacher. When an inanimate object, when an object which doesn't have a life is being equated or is being narrated as something which is having life, like season may not is a, you can say it's a thing which doesn't have a life. But here season being equated to the teacher, it also signifies the season has got a life. Season has got some qualities of a teacher, and the teacher is being a living thing. It also possesses certain qualities. I don't know what. Are you able to see? Are you able to hear? Are you able to hear? Sunai Deran, please raise your hand. Tanaya. Yeah, okay, that's fine. In between it shows the connection has gone. A teacher is like spring who nurtures new green sprouts. Sprouts you can see over here. मूंग जो है, मूंग वो पानी के अंदर भिगो के रखोगे, and the next day or probably then after some day you will find a white layer coming out of it. So that is the sprouts. It is sprouting. During a teacher is like spring who nurtures new green sprout, encourages and leads them whenever they have doubts. Now the doubts, whenever, like students, if you are a student, you must have doubts, and the moment you clarify your doubts, you become better. If you keep your doubts, then you're proceeding for the higher level of understanding, that will get delayed. A teacher is like summer. Summer is very hot. Now, how the teacher has been equated to summer, that we can understand, we can see over here, whose sunny treatment makes study a pleasure, preventing discontent. The topic that you are dealing may be very difficult to understand, but his energy or enthusiasm or his hot nature, energy, that hot nature is being taken as energy. That helps to make the class interesting, and it prevents discontent. You don't get bored. A teacher is like a fall. Fall, here it is autumn season. With methods crisp and clear, lesson of bright colors and happy atmosphere. He takes the class or takes the topic which are maybe at times very bright, or if it is not bright, he makes it colorful, he makes it interesting, and he makes it very clear too. A teacher is like winter. Winter one, if you see, it is very cold. While it is snowing hard outside, keeping students comfortable as warm and helpful guide. When certain topics are very hard to digest, you are not able to find the answers to it, answers to the topic, then the teacher comes for your solace or for your help, and he provides comfort for you. Teacher, you do all these things. You act, you have got the quality of a spring. Zayan, please don't do that. You have got the quality of a spring. You have got the quality of a summer. You have got the quality of a fall. You have got the quality of a winter. And he says, the poet says, teacher, you do all these things with pleasant attitude. You are teacher of all season, and you have my gratitude. Gratitude means I am thankful to you for being such a kind person, or being a person who understands. Energetic summer treatment, when you see here summer treatment, it shows the energy level of the teacher. The fall means it's crisp. He makes the things very clear for you to understand. Winter is snowing, so you may not be able to go outside. You have to, so that means the topic is very hard. You may not be able to find the answers to it outside. So teacher comes for your rescue. Rhyme scheme that is being used in this poem is spring. Is there any rhyme scheme over here? Spring is A. The next line, who nurtures new green sprouts. The sprouts and doubts have got a rhyme. Spring and dumb. Spring and dumb. Does it sound like that? No. So A, B, C, B. A, B, C, B. That is a rhyme scheme that is being used here. Teacher is like a spring. Spring, we have that line, we have put it as spring, we have put it as A. Who nurtures new green sprouts. As it doesn't equate with the spring, we have put it as B. The rhyme scheme B. Encourages and leads them. That doesn't match with anyone, so we have given it as C. Whenever they have doubts and sprouts rhyme each other, so we have given it as B. As it rhymes with each other, sprouts and doubts rhymes with each other, we have given the rhyme scheme B, as we have given the B as the rhyme scheme followed by who nurtures new green sprouts, and it equates with doubts. So rhyme scheme that is followed is A, B, C, and B. Sprout and doubts right. That is mostly you will feel summer, pleasure, temperament, that doesn't match. So here temperament and discontent, temperament and discontent, temperament and discontent, it doesn't match. ENT matches. In the last letter, it matches. Temperament and discontent. So here also it is A, B, C, B. So that's the rhyme scheme that is this. Simile means anything. Simile means anything which is being equated with something else. A teacher is being equated. Teacher is being considered or equal to. Teacher is equal to spring. When it is teacher is like a spring, teacher is as the word like or as been is used, that time you can say it is a simile. The teacher is like a spring. So here the simile is being used. Metaphor is something where if a like or as is not used, it's in simple terms, like or as is not used, teacher is spring. If the word comes, teacher is spring, that means you can say it is a metaphor. Symbolism, somewhere you will find as it is being equated, the teacher is equated to spring. The call it the symbolic nature, somewhere the symbolism is used, the nature's character has been equated to the teacher. So symbolic aspect is being used in this poem. Now the next one, the thank you teacher, the last line that you see over here, thank you teacher for inspiring us and making us what we are today. It is a gratitude. The word gratitude comes. The gratitude comes when you achieve from what you learn. When you achieve from what you learn, that time you will feel good, you will feel comfortable, and you may be in one contest, you may have material gain. Another one is that your social skills may improve, your mental ability will improve, your quest for understanding the life that may improve. So from teacher tries to attend to you from different aspects or from different contexts. There is one peculiarity that you will find. If you can see here, I have written the crops that grows, rabi, kharif, and zaid. We will just take one crop and try to analyze or try to link it with our life and get inspired. If you see the wheat is grown in the month of October and December. Wheat, you may not be able to see it, don't worry. Wheat is, you sow the seeds of wheat in the month of October and December. But when do you harvest it? When do you try to get the things out of this? You get the things out of it, or you get the crops, the wheat from it in the month of April and June. That means there immediately after, when is September, when you sow in the month of October and December. So in the month of autumn, that is where the rain is lesser, to some extent lesser, that time you sow the seeds. That time you require water. Later on, you change. Later on, not you change. Later on, the season changes. It is winter. It is very hardship. That time it has to bear the climate. The crop has to bear the climate. And later on, as it is able to bear the difficulties, it sprouts up. And in the month of April and June, you get the wheat. You need to nurture. A child is to be nurtured at a young age, very comfortable. It has to be given water, many things have to be fed to him. Then it has to face some hardships. You can say it's a hardship is you are having hardship a period of hardship in the form of study. You may have to study many subjects. For me, I have to study English or maybe sports. That two subjects I may have to study, but you are having a tough time studying 5 subjects. And each teacher gives you homework and you have to do the thing. And there will come a time when all this thing that you have, all the difficulties that you have undergone, that will eat. And the climate will change. You may feel good. And later on, your qualities will be harvested by many. You will come to be used by many. I hope you are clear. If you have got any questions, you can ask.